morning, students. Today you will study mechanical properties of fluid, that is viscosity. Do you know, when we pour water and at the same time if we pour the honey on the floor, the water flows easily and honey takes more time to flow. Honey is thicker than water, therefore viscosity is nothing but the measure of thickness or thinness of a fluid. Similarly, if we pour the automobile oil and at the same time if we pour the water, the oil will take more time compared to water, since the oil is more viscous than the water. Thus, viscosity is nothing but it is the resistance of one layer to the flow of another layer of a liquid, that is called as viscosity. In case of water, there is less intermolecular attractive force compared to honey, and therefore water is less viscous compared to honey. Now, in case of water, there are different molecules, or in case of liquids, there is a cohesive force between same types of molecules, means molecules of the same substance. If this cohesive force is strong, means strong force of attraction is there, then these molecules cannot move easily, means there is more opposed to the motion of the molecules, that is less relative movement of the molecules, and therefore the liquid is more viscous, means more oppose, more resistance is there for motion, that is more viscosity. Opposite to that, if this cohesive force is weak, then these molecules can move easily and therefore more relative movement is there, and the substance or the fluid is less viscous. Viscosity is same as friction in solids. It is the friction in fluids. If we drive the car on the road, there is a friction between tires of the car and the road, and due to this friction we can move the or we can drive the car easily on the road. Similarly, liquid flows in the form of parallel layers, and there is intermolecular force of attraction between these layers, and if this force of attraction is more, friction is more, and speed of the layer is less. Similarly, if this friction is less, then there is more speed, as there is less intermolecular force of attraction between the layers. Means viscosity is nothing but the property of fluid. It is the frictional force resulting due to interaction between the layers of the molecules. As I told you, if this interaction force is more, then viscosity is more. Then here upward arrows are shown, means it is greater. Downward arrows means it is less. If intermolecular force of attraction is less, then viscosity is less. Now, how the liquid layers moves in the viscous and non-viscous liquid. See, in the first diagram, the middle one layer is ahead of the remaining layers. This is the flow of the fluid in the pipe. It is for viscous liquid. The middle one layer flows with the maximum velocity compared to other layers, and in second figure it is the flow of the non-viscous liquid. All the layers moves with the same velocity and all the layers are moving parallel to each other. In third diagram, if the liquid or fluid is flowing on the surface, then lower layer has less velocity. Velocity goes on increasing from downward to upward. The upper layer has maximum velocity. Here the upper layer velocity is v plus dv. Then second layer velocity is v, and third layer velocity is v minus dv. Distance of third layer from the fixed surface is x minus dx. Distance of second layer is x from the fixed surface, and distance of upper layer from the fixed surface is x plus dx. Now here upper layer tries to pull forward to the second layer, and the third layer tries to pull the second layer in backward direction. Therefore, this middle one layer has the resistance to the flow of motion, and it is nothing but it is viscosity. Now in we can see the flow of the river water. The middle one layer at the center of the river, the water flows more faster compared to the layers which are near the both sides of the bank of the river. As shown in the figure, the flow of the river water is as shown in the figure. Then what is viscous force? It is the force acting on adjacent layers of fluid which opposes the relative motion between the layers of the fluid. And due to this viscous force, there is a property, that property is called as viscosity. Means it is the property of fluid which due to which it opposes the relative motion between different layers of the fluid. Now this viscous force is due to strong cohesive forces in case of liquids, and it is due to strong collisions between the molecules of the gases in the gases. Now what is velocity gradient? As shown in the figure, the distance of the layers, difference in the distance of two adjacent layers is dx and difference in velocities is dv. Then formula is dv upon dx. D by dx means it is the rate of change of velocity with distance measured from a stationary layer. Distance is measured from stationary layer and it is called as velocity gradient. Here at the numerator velocity is there, means its unit is meter per second, upon unit of dx means meter. Meter get cancel. Therefore unit of velocity gradient only 1 upon second. It is also called as per second. Now Newton's law of viscosity. For a streamline flow, we have seen that streamline flow in last lecture. All the layers moves in parallel direction. All layers have same velocity as shown in the figure. For a streamline flow, the viscous force acting on any layer is directly proportional to the area of the layer and the velocity gradient. Means F proportional to A. Similarly, F proportional to dv by dx. Therefore, F proportional to A dv by dx. Now, remove this proportionality sign and take one constant. Therefore, F is equal to eta A dv by dx. Here, eta is the proportionality constant and it is called as coefficient of viscosity. Now, if we rearrange the equation for eta, then eta is equal to F upon A dv by dx. Therefore, we can define coefficient of viscosity. At the numerator, it is viscous force upon means per unit area per unit velocity gradient. Means coefficient of viscosity is the viscous force per unit area per unit velocity gradient. Now unit of force is Newton, unit of area is meter square and unit of velocity gradient is per second. Therefore, SI unit of viscosity is Newton per meter square into 1 upon second means Newton second per meter square. Its CGS unit is poise. Poise is equal to 1 dyne second per centimeter square and 1 Newton second per meter square is equal to 10 poise. Now we can define this poise also. If F is 1 dyne, area is centimeter square and velocity gradient is per second. Unit of velocity gradient is same in SI and CGS unit. Now definition of one poise is, if a force of 1 dyne per square centimeter exists between two layers of fluid with unit velocity gradient, then its coefficient of viscosity is 1 poise. Its value for water at room temperature is 1 into 10 raised to minus 3 SI unit, and for honey it is 10 SI unit. Means it is more for honey, therefore honey is more viscous. For machine oil it is 0.113 SI unit. It is again more than the water. Thank you.